Speaking of Diddy, Amon, you said you have been apprised on the Diddy situation. What's up?
Yes, so we'll go ahead and cover that a bit now. For those who already know, I'll skip a lot of the stuff like the accusations of him killing Pac and Biggie, the accusations of him blowing up Cuddy's car, the
These are
accusations
all
of
things we
him,
know.
yeah, sex trafficking people, because that's what started this and opened the investigation. And since then, they've discovered thousands of bottles of baby oil in his home. I think they've discovered narcotics and a lot of cash, obviously. And his lawyer has done a poor job of defending that. Like, literally saying he doesn't believe the numbers and he thinks they just made it up. Like, dude, what are you saying? That's what the prosecutor's
It's very
office
similar
got.
to the Amber Heard situation, where Amber Heard's lawyer kind of had her backed into a corner. The only difference is the reason Amber Heard lost her case, which I might add, I just got reabridged on Amber Heard, and that was an old thing, but for men, I don't mean to make this a thing, but for men, it's a good thing. But I'm saying it's similar because, see, the lawyer fucked up with Amber Heard by just letting her speak, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're seeing a kind of similar thing to Diddy, where the lawyer's bad and Diddy kind of talks too much a little bit because I don't think he ever thought he would be. I think he thought he was untouchable.
Uh-huh. And I
He's a
will be
billionaire.
honest, Diddy hasn't, like, blown up. Like, he hasn't done a KSI. But the one thing Diddy did release, the apology video, while he didn't apologize to anything specifically, he admitted he did something. That's enough.
Yeah.
And
Plus, there's
with,
just way too much evidence.
for real, and you can tell people that are around him, like Usher, Justin Bieber, anyone he's worked with, if you just look at the interviews from when they met him to after, their body language says it all. The way they act says it all, dude. You can tell
Yeah, they were
something
young
happened.
when they went to those parties. Like
Uh-huh.
Justin Bieber was like what, 13,
16.
14 when he blew up,
He, uh-huh.
and
He
before
might have
that he
been
was what did
15, 16,
yeah.
whenever, that might have been after. I know there was a time when he met Diddy. He was really young. He partied with Diddy for quote unquote 48 hours unsupervised, no parents. And then there was another time before he was an adult. He was still really young though. He had an interview with Diddy and his attitude completely changed. And Diddy was like, "Why aren't you calling me? Why aren't we hanging out like we used to?" As a joke, but you could kind of see
Yeah.
dissatisfaction in Diddy's face.
Now you could just tell if you're the kind of person who's into psychology and whatnot, look at Justin Bieber's career. It follows the same trajectory as all the Disney stars and Nickelodeon stars. You know what I mean? The ones that are like they're famous as kids and they got like, we had Dan Schneider and we had now on Disney's side, we'll have to see what comes out because I've heard some whispers about things going on Zach and Cody and whatnot. But
Uh-huh.
Disney's is more about being strict and really, really, really strict and like getting like 14, 15-year-olds to Disney standards is mm, 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 mm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not my kind of I'm glad that dream was stifled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of things like this. You got like young squeaking ass kids getting put up in front of the world. You got to think one of Justin Bieber's first songs was with Ludacris. How does that happen? It's probably
Only
because Diddy wanted to
connections.
smash.
For real. And now you did have a period where Usher was more of his mentor, but then Usher went under Diddy, and the minute that happened, Bieber went under Diddy.
Yeah. Now Usher was older than Justin, which you can kind of
Definitely.
tell. Justin. Uh, Justin kind of got spoiled, and you could tell. And even now, like the past few years with the allegations of hacking and stuff, kind of like French Montana.
Uh-huh.
Um, but Usher never did any of that because Usher was older, and he was. No, I'm not gonna say anything on that because like Usher did get himself, he was victimized too, but he was a little bit older and he kind of knew he was, and he didn't let it affect him as much.
Uh-huh.
Justin was like 12, 13. Yeah, he was young, young.
Uh-huh. Man, they partied with Diddy 48 hours, bro.
48 hours. And that sounds cool if it wasn't Diddy.
If it wasn't Diddy.
If it And, think about it this way. He used to be Puffy, Puff Daddy. He had to change his name for a reason.